Hello my loves, I'm so happy to be bringing you the first in a 3-part series of how to crochet this chunky cardigan. This cardigan is made with Serdar Super Chunky yarn in cream. I have this in my Amazon shop. I'll leave the link down below. I'm using a 10mm and a 5mm hook for this project. There is also a pattern for you to follow along to, or if you don't really like following patterns, then stay with me and we can do it together right here. Right, I'm going to start with my slip knot as usual, and then we're going to start by chaining 53 with the 10mm hook. So we're going 1, 2, 3, 4. Now we have our chain of 53, and now in the 4th chain from the hook, you're going to make 1 single crochet. So 1, 2, 3, 4 here. You're going to do 1 single crochet. You're going to have a bit of a gap, but don't worry. So pull that quite tight, pull that through, and then pull through. So this is going to act a little bit like a double crochet. That counts as 1 double crochet. And we're going to be using the lemon peel stitch. So all the way along here, we're going to be doing single, double, single, double. So the next stitch, we're going to do 1 double crochet. Working in US terms here. So we have double, single, double, and then we're going to carry on alternating all the way along. So another single, double, all the way along the row, and I'll meet you back at the end of the row. Now where you've got these single ones, you're going to see these little gaps underneath your single crochets. Don't worry about those, you won't be able to see them in your finished project, I promise. Nearing the end of row 1, when you have 5 stitches left in your chain, we're going to swap over our hook to our 5mm hook, and then we're going to work 5 half double crochets in these last 5 stitches. So yarn over, and the next stitch is going to be this one in the chain. Go in, yarn over and pull through 3. Alright, and we're going to do that again, yarn over, go into the next stitch, pull up a loop, yarn over and pull through 3. You don't have to swap your hook size for this, but I just think it makes a nice effect because what you're doing is making the bottom part of your cardigan, so you don't need to worry about that. It's finishing off at the bottom. There is a stitch here somewhere. There we go. So that's the last 5 stitches. Now when we reach the end, we're going to chain 2. 1, 2, turn our work, and you'll see these lovely bobbly bits here, which is our lemon peel effect. Now this doesn't count as a stitch, so you're going to go straight into this next stitch with the half double crochet. You're going to do 5 of these half double crochets again in this loop only, in the back loop only. Alright, so we're going to grab the yarn, go into this first stitch, yarn over and pull through 3. Do the same thing again, so we've got 1, this is 2, 3, 4, 4 and 5. Okay, so now we're shaping the bottom of our cardigan to make it look like a band at the bottom. Now we've done our 5 stitches in the start of row 2, we can switch back over to our 10mm hook and carry on with our crochet. And if your last stitch was a double, then you're going to put a single in here. If it was a single, you're going to put a double in here. You can see very clearly this is a double. If it's a single, don't worry too much. Mine is going to be starting off with a single crochet. Alright, and then we're going to alternate again, go double, and you should see that there's a little bit of a wave, so you can see that this is a double crochet here, so in that one you're going to do a single. Alright, so that's what you're kind of filling in the gaps with your next stitch. And we are going to alternate single and double all the way along this row, and I will meet you back here at the end of the row. Right, at the end of row 2 you should be on a single crochet. So we're just about to put a single crochet in the last stitch. Single, and then we can start row 3. Row 3 is going to start with a chain of 3. 1, 2, 3. Turn our work, and then in the first stitch, this is going to count as 1 stitch, and then the first single crochet in this row is going to be next. Now, so we don't get a gap here, I have taken the liberty to put the hook into a part of this stitch so it's less gappy. It's totally up to you if you want to do that or not, but this is the first stitch. So if you do this, look, this is your first single crochet, la la la, lovely, but you've got a bit of a gap here. So instead of doing a single crochet like that, I'm going to do a single crochet, but just kind of putting my hook through that first, so there's not as much gappage. Just pulling through both and then just pulling through that. But you are just welcome to do a normal single crochet, there's not as much gap there, okay? Then alternating as we have been doing normally all the way along, and then when you get to your bottom 5, you know what to do because I've told you before. But we'll do it again together, and then this is going to be our back panel pretty much done. Now we're nearing the end of row 3 and we're down to the button band again. The last stitch with this large hook is going to be a double crochet. Then we can switch hooks. Switch to our 5mm hook, and we're going to do our 5 half double crochets in the back loop only. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, and last one, 5. Now we can chain 2 and turn. Then we're going to do 5 more half double crochets in that back loop. So you can see the bottom part is completely different from the contrast of the lemon peel stitch. It's just like a nice ribbed effect, so it will mark the bottom of your cardigan nicely. So swapping over our hooks now, and we're going to carry on like this for 31 rows, and that will make our back panel. So single crochet first, and every odd numbered row should be exactly the same as row 1, and all even rows should be the same as row 2. So I'll meet you back here when you have done your 31 rows. Right, so now your back panel should look something like this. I'm coming to the end of mine now, and this is the last stitch. So I'm just gonna do the last stitch here, and then I'm gonna pull the loop through and weave in the end. And you should have something that looks like this. Thank you so much for joining me. Join me for part 2 when we'll be making the front panels. I will leave a link here and I'll see you there.